Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing today? When I tell you that I had technical difficulties today, please believe me. I don't know what's been going on. The internet actually has been acting up all day. Kicked the kids off a couple times. Um, yeah, it's it's been one of those days, and definitely continued into the night, which is why I am actually hitting so late tonight. But nonetheless, good evening, good people. Welcome to another 203K Tuesday. I am your host, Aaron, the house person, and this is the place that you come to find out what you don't know, everything you don't know about the 203K loan, and learn how you can use that loan to create, build, and sustain generational wealth. Today, what I want to do is a case study. All right. We're going to review one of the properties that was under the program, the 203K Done Your Way program. And again, I am the program director of this program. And what we do is economically rehabilitate the community one house at a time. And we do so by educating you, the consumer, about the 203K loan and show you, basically just hold your hand throughout the entire process from start to finish, helping you get that finished product, whether it be you're on either side of the fence. So we know, or at least the average person knows about the 203K loan or has heard of it. And typically, most people believe that 203K loan, when it first pops up in their head, the first thing they think is buying a house. And then, of course, buying a house in need of repair. Although that is, well, I can't even say primarily. That is one of the main uses. But it's more so just what people know. Now, what you don't know, again, is the critical part. Like, that's the part that separates people that we see further down the road than we are. Of course, life circumstances, things happen, all that good stuff. But really, it's about what we don't know, because we have more information, we can make more informed decisions. And typically, a more informed decision has a better chance of being a better decision, right? And better decisions typically will yield a better result. But one of the things that people do not know, I had to lean in on this one, right, is that the 203K loan is not strictly for people who are looking to purchase a home, right? Whether you're a first-time home buyer, second, third, fourth, fifth-time home buyer, right? Whether you got foreclosed on, did a short sale many years ago and you're coming back into the market. It's not just for buyers. Here at the 203K Done Your Way program, we have what's called the Renovate-to-Live and Renovate-to-Sell aspects of the program. And those two programs address the homeowners, right? The people who already have the house and didn't know that they could use the 203K loan to fix up your existing property. What does that mean, Aaron? Basically, everything I just said. You can use the 203K loan to fix up your existing property. It's called a refinance. You refinance using the 203K loan, which again is a typical FHA product. Well, maybe not typical, but it's an FHA loan, FHA backed, Federal Housing Administration, also the government, right? Uncle Sam. So it's a federally backed loan, and it allows you to purchase and repair, or it allows you to refinance and repair. And that part right there, I believe, is one of the most critical pieces that people don't know. Now, here's why that's important. If you are in your home and you absolutely love the majority of your home, right? You can use the loan to refi and renovate, to make your home more enjoyable. Maybe you have an elderly parent and they're not trying to go to nursing care, and then everything that's going on with this pandemic, Although our healthcare workers, and I shout out to all y'all for everything that you're doing, being on the front line, we definitely appreciate you putting yourself at risk for us. So thank you. But some people, because of what's going on, are looking for alternative places for aging parents, or maybe even for yourself, right? Maybe staying in the home is the best option versus going to an assisted living or something of that nature. Maybe, but your house is just not what it's cracked up to be. It's not giving you the things it needs to give you, the things that you need, you want. Maybe those stairs are just too much, and you need to either find a way to make it easier to get up the stairs or build a room on the main level. So now the stairs are a non-issue, right? You can do that with the 203K loan. And today we're going to review case study number 1. It is a house in Trinidad, Northeast Washington, D.C. For those of you who do not know about the D.C. metropolitan area, it's booming. Real estate market is crazy. I mean, on fire, right? Places that are considered shells in certain parts of D.C. are going for 400, 500, depending on where it is, and the end use capabilities of the property. The shell prices, and shell means there's nothing in the house. It's not habitable. You move into the house, you can't move into the house, excuse me. You open the door and it's completely busted. It could be a situation where it's just everything outdated, or it could be a situation where you open the door and you're looking into the basement because floorboards are gone, right? But shells are like 400 to 500,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. But in this part of DC, it has, like the rest, gone through some drastic changes in, one would say, a short period of time. This part of town is, family-oriented neighborhood, but home prices at one point in time were extremely low. You probably could have got, not even probably, you could have got a 4-unit a few years back for probably, not even probably, 200,000 or less a few years back. Now that same 4-unit, well, we don't even talk about it. It's ridiculous. But all right, let's go ahead and get into, let me share my screen here. Let's see, share screen. All right. All right, so we talked about the Renovate-to-Live portion of the 203K Done Your Way program. And again, that's when we help current homeowners renovate their home in order to be able to live more comfortably, i.e. renovate to live. So case study number 1, Trinidad, Northeast Washington, D.C. That's the 20002 zip code. So we're going to talk about how this house started out this way and ended up this way. The before and after. So prior to renovation, the property had 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, partially finished basement. There were some things down there that was finished, but it was partially. And the homeowner was paying $1,500 per month, and was uncomfortable at home. There were some things about the house that just made it tough to live. Although the homeowner did endure that process prior to renovation, they're a lot happier now post renovation. So post renovation, kept the same bedroom count of 3 bedrooms, increased from 1 bathroom to 3.5, 3.5 bathrooms. So we added a half bathroom on the main level, so you don't have to go up or down to use the bathroom. Well, really at that point it was up, because that's the only bathroom in the house was upstairs. Renovated the bathroom, the existing one, added a new one in the master suite now, and added 1 full bathroom in, or 3/4 bath in the basement. And just the full bathroom is going to be your sink, your toilet, and your shower tub combo. 3/4 baths is when you don't have the tub part. It's just sink, toilet, and the shower. Okay, but yeah, 3.5 baths, fully finished basement, and now get this: current mortgage is right around $1,700 per month. So existing or previous mortgage was $1,500. Uncomfortable at home. After renovations, current mortgage now $1,700 per month, and is now extremely comfortable at home. So real quick, we're going to take a look at these numbers. That's not it. All right, so the mortgage, initial mortgage, because again, this was a refinance. So the initial mortgage was about $55,000, give or take. That's rounded up. The renovation budget. Now again, this particular property, I would say it was probably about 70-75% gut renovation. Gut rehab is what you'll hear people say. You might hear people say full gut rehab. That means they just completely gutted everything in the house. We're talking about plumbing, electrical, HVAC. They pulled down walls. Maybe they had assisted some joists. We're talking new flooring, new, right? Just new. This one was about a 70% to 75% renovation. Pretty much everything was touched, with the exception of most of the floors are still the existing original floors. They were refinished. Stairs still intact. A lot of the plaster walls, because again, DC house built in the 1900s, early 1900s. So you have those plaster walls. A lot of those are still intact. What else? And the basic bones and everything of the house was pretty much still intact. But as far as kitchen, we already talked about adding 2.5 bathrooms, just finishes here and there. Renovation budget, $183,536. So the refinance amount totaling $238,536, but the after repair value, ARV, was over $800,000. So what does that mean, Aaron? Wow. This particular homeowner used what was going on in the neighborhood, the forced appreciation, right? They tapped into the equity in their home to renovate their home, which in turn created more equity in their home. More equity to the tune of them roughly only being 25% LTV, loan to value, right? So the loan compared to how much they owe is right around 25%, give or take. It's a little more than that, but let's say 30% just to round it up. So you're throwing numbers at me, Aaron. I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean, Aaron? I don't know, right? Basically what that means is this particular homeowner has a bank account outside of their bank account. They're living in a bank account. Now, things you got to keep in mind as far as equity is concerned. Equity is the difference between what you currently owe on your home and what the perceived value of your home is. And I say perceived value because the value changes. If we're in a down market, the value is down. If we're in an up market, then the value tends to be up, right? So again, currently, this particular person is living in a really nice nest egg. So let's think about this. If you were in this situation, right? What are your options? What could you do in this situation? What you wanted to. It's your option. It's all about having those options, right? So say you wanted to start a business and you needed some money to start your business. In this situation, it's there. Say you wanted to go to your favorite destination that you've been thinking about since you were 6.5 years old. In this scenario, that's an option. Say you just wanted to, pay off some bills, wipe the slate clean and only have your house to worry about. In this scenario, that is an option. Forcing the appreciation to increase in a property by doing renovations is one of the best ways to actually see that equity on the back end. If you buy a house straight up, right? And I know we're not necessarily talking about buying a house, but if you buy a house straight up, retail, you're going to pay the sticker price. In this market, you're going to probably pay a little more because it's so much of a seller's market that people are competing and paying more than what the original list price is for. But when you have a renovated product, right? When you have a product in need of renovation, typically you're going to get the house a little less than, and maybe not DC. Again, DC is crazy. People with cash, they're buying it, they're paying more, things of that nature. But typically you're going to get the property a little less than what they're asking for because you have holes you can poke. These are the reasons why I need to reduce the offer amount on this property because it's horrible. Like, it's terrible. I need to do this, that, and the other. Here's the long laundry list of things I need to do to this property in order to make it habitable, in order to make it a place that I can call home, right? So you want to, if you can, if that's something you're interested in, be in a position where you can force that appreciation up. So you don't have to worry about what's going on outside of the neighborhood. Let me backtrack that. You do have to worry about that a little bit because, again, 80% of the value of any home is associated with the value of the homes in that neighborhood. The remaining 20% of the value of that home is the features and benefits that particular home has to offer. All right. So what your homes are selling for in the neighborhood, that does matter, right? But as far as like forced appreciation, some of the ways that your home can appreciate is by the deep pocket people putting in infrastructure, putting in new roads, building a mall down the street, right? Those types of things, it forces the appreciation for your particular property. In this particular case, you're forcing it from the inside versus outside factors, right? And you have a little more control over it because you're picking the things you want in your home. So, all right, back to this particular one in Trinidad. Again, the home equity, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, there's a lot of doors that can be opened that way. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can think of some ways to spend that money, right? And don't hear what Aaron didn't say, right? I'm not telling you, hey, you just go cash out. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have that option. That's it. You make the decision, but now you at least have the option. All right. Off my soapbox on that one. So let's see here. Pardon the technical difficulties. All right. So it's very critical, right, that we just, again, find out what we don't know. And I just, the power of this loan used correctly, again, can create, build, and sustain generational wealth. There are other things that you can do with said money. You can create other avenues with that equity to, grow outside of your home. I mean, this again, it's just about having that option. There are so many things you can do with $500,000. Now, granted, you can't tap fully into that money. The lender, if you were to get like a cash out refinance, now, mind you, if you do that, your mortgage is going to shoot up, right? But if you were to get a cash out refinance, if you would get a line of credit, something like that, you can use that in another space and further help to create, build, and sustain generational wealth. It's fully available for you. If you have questions, that's what I'm here for. But let us look at some before and after photos. All right, so this was the back porch. I didn't get the pre photos, but this was the back porch. To the back porch to get that window there. I mean, just, if you know DC houses, then yeah, you get it. That is the framing for the half bath that was added on the back porch. Now we're at the drywall phase, and that is the left. So if you, this is where the sink is. This is where the toilet is on this side. Sink, toilet with a view. This is the view of the kitchen from the back porch, or what was left of the kitchen, where the kitchen was, I should say. Another view. All right, so this is when they started some of the framing. You see some of the ductwork here. And let me just, okay, so we went from a boiler to central air and heat. Again, we talked about the bathrooms. The kitchen before was partially functional, and of course the post kitchen is completely functional. So they're putting up the drywalls, taped and mudded, and here's a finished product, a view from the back porch. And so you go, the foyer, basement door, over here's the dining room. This is the basement. You don't have the before 4 pictures, but it was a partially finished basement that was gutted. Back here, this is the exit outside. This is an extra room. So starting some of the framework, starting to frame it up. This is where the boiler was. This is the new HVAC closet, utility closet, basically. Hot water heater, all that good stuff. HVAC, heating and air. So starting to frame it up. Again, exit outside. What turned into be the new bathroom. And HVAC, and then some storage closets down there. Side view of it. And here's your finished product. Again, HVAC, some storage from here, room door to go leading outside, but that's not the actual outside door. There's a little space in between, and then that is the bathroom. Second view, extra storage under here as well. This was the before. This is the after. This is the second bedroom. So again, had to make space down here, install ductwork and ventilation. And here's the after of that bedroom 2. Bedroom 3, before. A little more before. And after. This is the foyer when you first walk in the house. First open the door. And of course, typically, most DC houses have, or most older houses have that one light, just that one light right up here. So, took all that out, put the recessed lighting in. And there's the after. This is the view from a little bit further into the foyer, that looking directly into the kitchen. Made a whole mess there. And after. This is inside of the living room, looking into the dining room. And if you look back here, this is where that opening was for the back porch. Drywalled up. See the beginning of the tray ceilings. And we see the finished tray. They did a really good job. This is in the dining room, looking again out what was a window. And this was a full wall into the kitchen. That full wall was then opened up in order to make those two spaces a little more inviting. And you see all this, that's that plaster. That's the good stuff. Not that drywall, that's the good stuff, last fell, or close to fell. But as you see the framework going up for the back part, framing for the ductwork, returns and everything, feeders and return. So it's closed up now. Remember that was a window. This was open. I mean, this was closed and now it's open. And again, these are the original floors. They stained them and made it look really, really good. But this is that back wall, right? This is the back porch upstairs, just outside of the master bedroom. This is the window to the original bathroom. This area was transformed into the master bath, and then just the opposite behind me was made into a walk-in closet. Framework going up for the bathroom. More framing. I didn't get that previous picture, but that's the area of the back porch. So this door to the right is the bathroom. That door to the left is now the walk-in closet. So that's, you know, a nice little area to use how you wish. And if you recall the far right, so this actually is where that window was, right about here. That was to the other bathroom, the main bathroom, the original one. All right. So those are some of the pictures. We definitely have more, but those are some of the pictures. You got to see a little bit of the before and after. Again, that was an extensive project. It lasted about 3 months or so, give or take. Did run into a couple of hiccups along the way. I mean, something like that is going to happen once you start opening up walls, opening up floors and ceilings and things of that nature. You start to see things that you didn't see, and then you start to find things that need to be repaired as well, which may not have been in the budget. So that's why they actually put in a contingency, a little bit of funds, you know, just in case things run over. But yeah, guys, that's case study number 1, Trinidad, Northeast Washington, D.C., and a perfect example of a renovate to live situation, a situation where someone said, I want to stay here, but I need to do something in here in order to be more comfortable, in order to be happier here, right? Whatever your situation may be. And so they refinance with the 203K loan, got the 180 plus budget for renovations, fixed up the home, and they're very much enjoying it right now. So we're excited that we were able to assist them. And if you or anyone you know needs this type of assistance, right? Maybe a loved one, maybe again, you yourself, you're living in your home and you want some things fixed in your home, right? But you don't necessarily have the things that those dollar bills are, right now, but you need the work right now. This may be an option for you. Best way to find out is to give me a call. 844-YES-203K, 844-YES-203K, or you can shoot me an email at info@203kdoneyourway.com, info@203kdoneyourway.com, and you will get me. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you see a little more or a lot more of the possibilities, the options that you have available if you just ask the question, right? If you just find out if that is an option for you. And it very well may be. So any questions you guys have, just again, give me a call. Uh, you can chime in on the post, shoot me an email. Whatever works for you works for me. I am absolutely here to help. That's what we do. We help you all through real estate, through the 203K program, through a 203K done your way program, and 203K loan. We help you create, build, and sustain generational wealth. See you guys next 203K Tuesday. Hopefully I won't have any more issues as far as the internet. Like I said, today was crazy. Kids got kicked off quite a few times. Wife did as well. But here now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you next week. Take care. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. Thanks for watching.